Find other great podcasts like this one at podmoth.network.
Cannot be saved. Follow me and
Welcome to the Ugly Radio on the Podmoth Network, a lo-fi sci-fi audio theater anthology series made for late nights and strong drinks. Join us monthly as we broadcast a pirate signal across time and space, featuring stories, songs, and frequencies from a rotating list of voice actors, writers, storytellers, and musicians. If you're looking for high-quality science fiction, skin-crawling horror, and other genre fiction, listen to The Ugly Radio on the Podmoth Network, now available wherever you get your podcasts. The Ugly Radio. See you in the void.
What's up, you fucking nerds?
What's up, bitch?
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Cryptid Cocktail Party, a show where we have a few drinks, share a few laughs, take a dive into the unknown. I'm your host, Dave, and today I am joined by every barista you've ever met in your entire life, Luke Ferry. This show's starting out hot, man. I'm sorry.
Good roast. I do not have a man bun for the audience that can't see me.
No, but you just picture that.
And I was a barista for a while.
Yeah. Luke looks like every meme about IPAs and latte art.
Okay, but take those and you can definitely be like, okay, buddy listens to black metal.
If only they've seen the videos of you that I have with the long hair, the big beard, shirtless.
Big ass metal boots kicking people in the pit. Yeah.
Oh, so good. Anyways, man, how you doing? I dragged you away. I didn't drug you. I dragged you away from going out with your friends for just a little while so we can do this part 2, Hollow Earth.
Part 2.
And I apologize for that. But besides that, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. You know, we figured shit out. Now I'm just drinking my first one or two here instead of on a trampoline.
Well,
and I'm sorry, Dave.
Like, hold on, are you going to be drinking them while jumping on the trampoline, or is you just hanging out on a trampoline?
You use the backflip, and then when you're upside down, the liquid pours straight into your stomach.
That sounds like I would instantly throw up.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. Thanks for joining us. I didn't want to do part 2 without you because this is our series now. We have to.
No, this is ours.
We have to see it through.
Just I know who you were gonna get, and he lives a town over. I'd fucking fist fight him. No, Hollow Earth is fucking mine.
No, Justin did
back off my goddamn turf.
Justin was gonna do. He was gonna come on if you couldn't, but I wouldn't have done part 2. I would have done like a filler episode. But we're here now. Do you remember where we last left off with Admiral Byrd in his mission? Well, not mission, his accidental mission into Hollow Earth.
The swastika people helped him land, in the warm world of the North Pole, where there are woolly mammoths.
Yes, pretty much. So where we last left off, Admiral Byrd and his radio men. I forgot to mention last episode that he wasn't alone. There was a dude in the plane with him. He's unnamed. He's just called the Radio Man. I think, like, I don't know. And I don't know his name, and I did not bother finding it out. But they touched down in a beautiful, glowing, possibly Nazi-occupied city inside the Hollow Earth, following what was supposed to be a routine flyover at the North Pole. Upon touchdown, he saw a group of tall, blonde, possibly Nazi men approaching their plane and being told to exit the craft, and that's where we're going to pick back up. Do you remember all that?
Yep.
All right. So after Byrd and his companion were taken off the plane following touchdown, he says that they were welcomed by the men in a very friendly and, quote, cordial manner. They step onto like a platform of sorts, and Byrd said they didn't have any wheels, so it's just kind of like hovering, I guess, and it starts moving towards the city with, quote, great swiftness. In my head, I remember at the end of Revenge of the Sith, when they're on the lava, we're on Mustafar, and fucking Anakin and Obi-Wan are, it reminds me of like that platform.
I immediately went to much dumber than that, and
Oh,
it was
God.
just like when you're in an airport and they have like those like conveyor belt walkways.
Oh, the moving sidewalks.
Yeah.
I mean, he did kind of say it was. How did he? I forget how he put it, but maybe he did say that. He said just on a platform and started moving. So I assumed it was like a hovering platform. Maybe you're just smarter than I am. I don't know.
So I'm also going from the Visitors from Lanulos, the book that was written around the Mothman, but not about the Mothman. And the guy just was like, yeah, just conveyor belts everywhere. It's the best. And it's just like,
I mean,
cool
it is the
society you made.
dude, moving platforms at airports are fucking sick because
Dude, they're the best.
Dude, it's it's the best mode of transportation if you're on your feet next to like cycling.
100%.
It's beautiful. But anyways,
You're not on your feet cycling.
What?
You're not on your feet cycling.
I mean, you're using your feet.
It's
All right, fine. It's the best bipedal mode of transportation besides bicycling. How's that?
I don't know. Skipping's pretty good.
Fuck you. All right, so
You're a frolic.
They soon arrive at a large building that Byrd described as being right out of Frank Lloyd Wright's design book, and also notices that the buildings are made of some sort of crystal, which will probably explain why had like a glowing nature to it. Now, once inside the building, Byrd and his unnamed radio man are shown to their quarters and given some sort of warm beverage that Byrd said, quote, tasted like nothing I'd ever savored before. It was delicious, end quote. I don't know if he emphasized it like that, but that's how I'm interpreting it.
I'm surprised that it was delicious.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they touched down into a crazy crystal city and he's offering food from them. Like he's accepting it.
You got to take stock of where you're at right now.
It's fair.
But these people probably didn't build a crystal Frank Lloyd Wright moving sidewalk society by just murking randos who don't know how their instruments work on their airplanes.
True. But also the voice on the radio before they touched down did say something about like like we brought you here or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it said, but anyways, after about 10 minutes, two of the tall, blonde, possibly Nazi men came to their room and told Byrd that he was to come with them, but his radioman must stay behind. Obviously, in no real position to say no, Byrd obliges and follows the men down the hall to an elevator. Once inside the elevator, it descends down for quite some time before the doors open to reveal a long hallway that was emitting a rose-colored light that he said seemed to be coming from the walls themselves. They continue down the hallway and stop just short of a large door at the end. They stand for a moment when suddenly the door silently opens and Byrd is beckoned to enter. Obviously, he's a bit hesitant, but one of the men tells him, "Have no fear, Admiral. You are to have an audience with the Master."
Oh.
Your face dropped as soon as I said the Master.
I don't like that. No.
Now, Byrd enters the room and is immediately overcome with awe as he describes the room as being the most beautiful sight of his entire existence, and that the beautiful coloration of the room was too wondrous to describe, and that there is no human term that can describe it.
Oh, what a cop-out, dude. Fuck that.
Dude, but also
that's some H.P. Lovecraft. Like, no, you can't even imagine it, so I can't describe it. Don't worry about it. Like,
but I like how he said he didn't say like there's no word in the English language. He said there's no human term. That was like from his journal. That's a weird way to word that.
I feel like that might be true with his level of English education. But I feel like a more verbose man might have gotten at least an attempt.
Yeah, just some sort of like just anything. Give me one descriptor.
Yeah, just anything.
Yeah,
pretty.
It's then that he snapped back to reality. Oh, he just starts calling Master Senpai.
That's where I'm just hoping this goes.
You're hoping this is just goes.
You got to get on your knees in front of the king, you know. Gotta be a good girl.
God damn it. It's then that he snapped back to reality when he hears a warm, inviting voice speak to him. Quote, "I bid you welcome to our domain, Admiral." It's when he finally notices that there's a long table in the middle of the room. He sees a man, the Master, sitting at the head of it, and he describes the Master as having delicate features with the etching of years on his face, end quote. The Master, I hate calling the Master invites Byrd to sit, and once seated, Mr. Master Places his fingertips together and smiles. Like putting your fingertips together and smiling that's like villain vibes if I
That's
ever
a
heard of.
Mr. Burns power move. Dude.
Yeah, that is not good. But so the master, wasting no time, just cutting right to the chase, conveys a dire warning to Byrd. And I'm just gonna read this whole interaction pretty much verbatim because it's wild. It's fucking metal as shit. And it kind of sounds like Byrd was taking a creative writing class and he's just trying to like.
He was not.
Dude.
Couldn't describe a room. That's all I'm saying. Couldn't even make an attempt.
But also it includes my new favorite term for UFOs. It's pretty good. So the master's message goes like this. He says, quote, "We have let you enter here because you are of noble character and well known on the surface world, Admiral." And then Byrd goes, "Surface world?" I half gasped under my breath. The master goes, "Yes, you are in the domain of Arianni." That's the name of the world inside it's the city of Arianni, the inner world of the earth. "We shall not long delay your mission, and you will be safely escorted back to the surface and for a distance beyond. But now, Admiral, I shall tell you why you have been summoned here. Our interest rightly begins just after your race exploded the first atomic bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. It was at that alarming time we sent our flying machines, the Flugelrads, to your surface world to investigate what your race had done. That is, of course, past history now, my dear Admiral." This is villain vibe, like, my dear Admiral.
Oh, yeah. No, like it. So like I'm still locked in like 50 Shades of Grays.
Yeah.
And just imagining this as senpai, just because I find that hilarious. But if you said that, like, my dear Admiral, and like just went on like that, like, are you gonna nuke us too? Like,
Yeah.
do you have better bombs? Like,
I mean, they might. They have a fucking city made out of crystal. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if crystals are related to weapons besides kyber crystals.
yeah, I was wondering where you're. Like,
yeah, I got nothing. But he goes on, quote, "But I must continue on. You see, we have never interfered before in your race's wars and barbarity, but now we must, for you have learned to temper."
Said the dude with swastika ships. Fuck off, guy.
But now we must, for you have learned to tamper with a certain power that is not for man, namely that of atomic energy. Our emissaries have already delivered messages to the powers of your world, and yet they do not heed. Now you have been chosen to witness here that our world does exist. You see, our culture and science are many thousands of years beyond your race. End quote. It's then that Admiral Byrd interrupts.
We have conveyor belts.
This was like 1949, so I mean that would blow someone's mind away.
That's like, holy shit! I'm like walking slow, but I'm going fast.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, whoa. It's then that the Admiral interrupts the master and is like, "Yeah, this is cool and all, but what does this like have to do with me?" And after a few moments, the master responds with, quote, "Your race is now."
We have Elder Scrolls 6. Like, okay, I'm in.
On it. Now, he says, "Your race has now reached the point of no return, for there are those among you who would destroy your very world rather than relinquish their power as they know it." End quote. And then Byrd wrote that that his response to that was just him nodding, like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, like, no shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
They would kill all of us to stay in power. I totally get it. Now, the master continues that, quote, "In 1945 and afterward, we tried to contact your race, but our efforts were met with hostility. Our Flugelrads were..."
Is that an 8-letter word by chance? Because I know what my knuckle tattoos are going to be.
No, it's FLUGELRADS.
Oh, I need like way more.
You got, yeah, you just...
Need more fingies.
Our Flugelrads were fired upon, yes, even pursued with malice and animosity by your fighter planes. So, now, I say to you, my son, there is a great storm gathering in your world, a black fury that will not spend itself for many years. There will be no answers in your arms. There will be no safety in your science. It may rage until every flower of your culture is trampled.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
And all human things are leveled in vast chaos. Your recent wars was only a prelude of what was yet to come for your race. We here see it more clearly than with each hour. Do you think I am mistaken? And Admiral Byrd's response to that was, nah, dude, this is like 100% dead on. You are crushing it right now, Master.
Okay, now I'm back on loving Byrd.
He's
Where
like,
it's just like,
you're
yeah,
killing it.
dude.
He's agreeing with, I mean, and none of the things he's saying, the Master is saying, is wrong.
Oh, no, he's spot on.
I mean, spoiler alert. But, I mean,
things don't get better.
Yeah. But at the time, like, hey, yeah. Now, this is when Byrd said something. So he's agreeing with everything you said, what the Master is saying. But then Byrd said something here that almost makes me kind of think he didn't fully understand what this dude was saying. And he goes, quote, this happened once. This is Byrd speaking now. He said, this happened once before. The Dark Ages came, and they lasted for 500 years, end quote. So either Admiral Byrd knows of an ancient nuclear holocaust that happened in the Dark Ages, and that's why it was like that. Or maybe he's like equating like the plague and the Little Ice Age to the same level as nuclear devastation. I don't know, but I don't.
It was not, and that's not even really like what the Dark Ages were about. That was just like stifling science.
So I don't know what he means by that. So I don't think. That's
a left field motherfucker. I have no idea.
Yeah, but then this is where it also gets weird because the Master goes, yeah. So he just like agrees. He goes, yes, my son, the Dark Ages that will come now for your race will cover the earth like a pall. But I believe that some of your race will live through the storm. Beyond that, I cannot say. We see at a great distance a new world stirring from the ruins of your race, seeking its lost and legendary treasures, and they will be here, my son, safe in our keeping. When the time arrives, we shall come forward again and help revive your culture and your race. Perhaps by then, you will have learned the futility of war and strife, and after that time, certain of your culture and science will be returned to your race to begin anew. You, my son, are to return to the surface world with this message. So where are we at right now? What are we thinking of the Master? What are we thinking of his message to Admiral Byrd? This is a lot for a dude. This dude flew for 5 hours, ended up in a weird crystal city, and now he's dealing with this shit. Like,
it was a big day.
It's
first up, so the Master's metal as hell, and I love it.
Dude, it does get super metal, like saying
it every flower shall be crushed. Like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah.
Dude, it's brutal.
But also, like, they're like, yeah, this happened before.
But
it's like, yeah, but we bounce back. Like,
yeah,
we don't need your ass.
I just need to know what happened before. Like, what is he talking about? The Dark Ages,
like,
or just like
the Dark Ages was like, it wasn't like a nuclear holocaust. It was just Catholics.
True, but I mean, true. The Dark Ages did have the plague. It did have the Little Ice Age, but that was like hundreds of years of it happening. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was 700 years ago.
I think that this all might be bullshit. But that's me.
Also, Byrd had one job, was to go and spread this message.
Yeah.
So he puts it in a book that says, do not read, no girls allowed, with a little locket.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You did the worst job imaginable. So now I'm not even mad as his son, who was like, ooh, private writings, let's publish it. He was like, oh, my dad fucked up. Like, he was given one job by Senpai and couldn't fucking get it together.
No, he really botched this because guess what?
And was he like a famous person at all?
Admiral Byrd?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had some renown doing stuff. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, because until this, I haven't fucking heard of him.
It's not, yeah, he's not like famous. Oh god, my dogs are going ape shit right now. We got new neighbors moving in next door.
Oh yeah.
And I can already tell they're gonna be fucking weird. But that's me. All right, so yeah, so the Master gave Admiral Byrd this one job. He had one job to do. So with those closing words of the Master, Admiral Byrd stood there for a moment, absorbing all that was discussed, and then admittedly he awkwardly bowed and then exited the room. And that is where we will continue next week to find out how the Earth responded to this very ominous message. Spoiler alert.
We did it.
His journal does go on to explain like him going back to the Pentagon and stuff like that. And like, trying, but
This got to the Pentagon?
I guess so, dude. We're gonna find out next week, but I don't buy it because this is the same. Like, this is the same message that, like, after World War II, when like you had the story like Valiant Thor, or like Bill Cooper wrote about some like hippie aliens that landed in Florida and tried to do the same thing, like be like disarm all your. It's the same weird alien nonsense that whenever it's or like those fucking the aerial school phenomenon. Those aliens came down and were like, take care of your planet. Like, I highly doubt 15 different alien races and the middle of the earth people are like, you guys need to chill. Because I don't think
we do need to chill.
we do, but like, do people do this because they think that the only way humans will understand this is if some person writes in a weird book somewhere that aliens told them to do it?
I mean, we haven't found any other reason that they do care, because it just keeps happening. So, just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. Like, it's just one of the venues.
Like, aliens telling us to cool it just seems to be like the go-to thing for like nuclear disarmament or like better the planet. And it's like, bro, if they're not going to listen, if we're not going to listen to fucking aliens, what are we going to do? Like, what do we need?
We're not going to listen to our constituents.
Nothing, dude. Like, nothing. Like, we won't even listen to humans on Earth. We're not going to listen to some fucking little like alien coming down and being like, bro, you guys are really fucking this up. Until it's on the news, I don't really care about this.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with them. Like, yeah, we should.
No, not by any means.
Like, Earth is bad vibes, bro.
Dude, if an alien came down and said word for word what the master said to Admiral Byrd on a nationalized like television thing, like, I would be shitting myself. Like the flower, all the flowers will be crushed of humanity and nothing will be left. Basically scorched earth, motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna, maybe I won't get a bag next time I go to the store. Just like I'll carry what I have.
Start remembering those 15 reusable bags I have.
Yeah, like, but then I'm the idiot who forgets a reusable bag, so I end up buying another reusable bag. Now I'm just,
which is way worse.
Now I just have waste. It was like today, my wife got new luggage because she's going on a cruise to the Mediterranean in September. She got new luggage, and she's like, "Ooh, this is the first carbon neutral luggage company." And I was like, "Yeah, but it still has to go on a plane. Like, that's the point of like, it's not carbon neutral.
A plane and a boat and
yeah, like, it's
like, yeah, you took that one aspect out.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure carbon neutral has to do with like the delivery process too. Like, it has to factor in everything that it's used for, right?
Realistically, what it is they use a bunch of carbon to make the product, and then they buy off carbon offsets.
Yeah,
like, they pay for a grove of trees for a little bit.
Yeah, because it's not carbon. That's what carbon neutral is. They're still polluting, but then they like buy a jungle and they're like, nah, see, it's cool because this jungle's here. Which they're gonna.
The trees work for us.
They're putting in.
They're like ants, but all they do is breathe.
I mean, ants can't really do much more. But yeah, so that is.
Whoa.
I don't know.
You see those dudes fucking whipping rocks and.
It's true. Magic of the
Two Towers, dude.
Magic the Gathering came out with a Middle Earth set. It was pretty cool, but I don't remember seeing any Ent cards, which I'm pretty bummed out about.
Well, then fuck the whole thing.
Fair enough.
You think I give a shit about hobbits? No.
There's like 15 different Gandalf cards. It's like, all right, just cool it. What
shit? Calm.
The only cool card.
Okay, you're allowed two, gray and white.
There is a one cool card though, and we're so far off topic right now, but it's the end of the episode, so who cares? But there's one cool card, and it's an artifact, and I'm pretty sure it's just the Balrog's whip, and that's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool.
All right, Luke. So where are we so far on the story? We got Admiral Byrd and his radium and flying across the not the Arctic, the North Pole, getting sucked into a tunnel. There's a mammoth. They're possibly Nazis. The name of the city is called Areola or something like that. And now the master is telling him the world's doom, and now he has to spread the word. Where are we on the story? Like, how you?
So
feeling?
where we are is where I assign you homework.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to put in a Freedom of Information request about Byrd.
I feel like that's going to take a
Shit's
lot
more.
more. I think that's going to take a while.
You got this.
I don't even know how to do a FOIA request. I should figure it out though. That'd be cool to figure out how to do it.
That would be, dude. If we can be the ones to fucking drop this info,
Yeah. All right.
and like realistically, all you could prove is that some guy showed up to the Pentagon and did say these things.
I wonder how does this tie into Valiant Thor, you think?
Maybe.
It's the same message,
But-
we're getting off topic.
God, then that's tying. If we're just going by message, we're tying fucking everything.
That's fair enough. All right. Well, thank you.
Except for all of the alien experiences that I actually believe the people did see that.
Yeah.
Because the ones that seem more real are maybe we don't trust these dudes.
Oh, the aerial school phenomenon. I kind of believe that one.
I only kind of believe that one just because it was children. And if I went into a room of like 20 children and I was just like 3, 4, and blue, and then walked out for 15 minutes and be like, what did I just say? Maybe 2 of them are getting it right.
That's
But they all remembered the message and described it in the same ways. Like kids aren't good at things.
true, but their research on
I'm
that.
faster. I am better at math. If you came to me, okay, maybe I have a little bit more thinking skill. I don't like. I lost it there.
But the thing is with the aerial school phenomenon, it was kind of flawed because they interviewed the kids like 5 in a room at a time instead of 1-on-1. So they all kind of played off of
I've
each
never
other.
heard that before. That's stupid.
And then also, so the first investigator came down, some lady from like the UK, and she talked to all the kids, and not one of them brought up a message of like, save the planet, stop polluting. It was only when the other guy came in, and
when optimistic Johnny comes in,
and he
like-
started interviewing them, and he was also a well-known advocate for like save the ocean, save the whale, save the planet kind of thing. And he kind of, so I guess
I never heard that. That
Is-
sucks.
Well, if you never heard that, maybe you should go listen to our episode on the aerial school. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for
I
listening.
don't listen to this podcast.
Luke, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day. I know it was kind of a shit show, but
I still got cryptids and drinking, so like
yeah. So
business as usual.
everyone, go follow Luke on Instagram at Springhill Luke. Like he said last episode, it's mostly just pictures of his cats, pinball. Every once in a while, some hiking photos and stuff like that.
That's all I got to plug.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram.
And my cat's cute as fuck.
It is true. Cat is cute as fuck. Follow us on Instagram, Cryptid Cocktail Party. Nope, Cryptid Cocktail. Sorry. Instagram is Cryptid Cocktail. Follow me on Twitter at Cryptid Cocktail. Follow me on TikTok, Cryptid Cocktail Party. Go pre-order a shirt, Cryptid Cocktail at somewhere. Link will be in the description. I don't even know where to buy the shirts. And with that, Luke, do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Bye, senpai.